Buenos dias. First of all, let me thank the president of the Paraguayan Space Agency for having invited me and the Italian Space Agency to participate to the Quarta Conferencia Espacial del Paraguay, the fourth space conference of Paraguay. The Italian Space Agency, in more than 30 years of operation and existence, has built up a great and vast experience on what it means dealing with space activities. Italy is one of the few countries in the world that operates in almost all the operational sectors of space activities, from space transportation to Earth observation, telecommunication, navigation, and so on, and of course exploration. From this point of view, from this level of experience, I think we are fully entitled to talk about the subject of this year for this conference, which is about the benefits and for science and technologies of space activities. And for sure we are great supporter and of what space can do for everyday activities for world citizens. Let me give you some example. Starting from a recent, very recent and unfortunate situation, which is the one we are all experiencing in the world with the emergency of the COVID. It turned out very quickly that space can offer a lot of support on how to deal with an emergency like this. Services from space can be used to facilitate intervention of medical support. It can be used to, for example, to serve something which is essential in a situation like the lockdown that most countries have experienced, like education at distance. I mean, activities, and in particular preparation of the future, which is what education does with our kids, cannot be stopped by an emergency like that. And the support of space technology for education at distance turned out to be extremely useful. But the use of ideas linked to space services for the COVID emergency has turned out to be extremely diverse and rich. Of course, when we think about benefit of space for citizens, the first idea goes to Earth observation, the use of satellites orbiting the Earth to support a very great number of activities and services for the benefit of the citizens. Think about the control and monitoring of the weather and the consequences of pollutions. Think about agriculture, what we call smart agriculture, something that we can do in using space data in such a way that we can intervene in an appropriate way when we want to decide the right amount of water, the right amount of fertilizers that we need to use on our fields. And all this introduces not only great savings, but also reduces the impact on the environment of what we need to do to maintain the survival of our species. Space and Earth observation from space can provide an enormous support to security, to surveillance. Think about, for example, the monitoring of maritime routes, and so on. I mean, I can come with a list which is almost infinite, and ideas come out every day. The great benefit of data from space is in combination with data which are collected in a different way on Earth, is that the provision of those data to citizens, to entrepreneurs, to startups, generates every day new ideas for business and for return to citizens. So it's really attractive, the use of space services and activities for nowadays economy. benefit of space activities for science, it goes without saying, is directly linked to the exploration of the universe, exploration of other planets, use of satellites for fundamental physics investigations, and so on. This is most probably the reason why space activities were generated, together, of course, with the dream of everybody, which is the possibility to send humans into space. So, again, science and space goes very well together from the very beginning of space activities. Last but not least, I said something already talking about Earth observation from space. What we today call new space economy is indeed the contribution to the generation of wealth via services that space can provide. And for example, in Europe, we have calculated that almost 10% of the European economy somehow is linked to or can be associated to space-derived assets and services. This is an incredible amount of money, resources that can only increase in the future. I think if you look at space from this perspective, you have a lot to discuss about during this conference, and I'm sure that you will use at best the days in front of you of reflection and exchange to generate opportunities for future growth of the field. And of course, in Italy, we are eager to take advantage of what will be your findings, and possibly to investigate opportunities for collaboration in the future in a field that, of course, we like and we consider extremely important for the future of humanity. So I wish you all the best for a very successful conference, and I hope to have the opportunity to listen soon about the outcome of it. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.